Ilana Maya with Water World Magazine. I'm here today with Gerhard Forstner, the president of CNP. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thank you very much, Ilana. Nice to see you. Thank you.
So I want to talk to you today about PONDUS, which is an affordable thermal hydrolysis for different plants of all sizes. Let's get started, and if you could just tell me, what is PONDUS and what makes it so affordable?
So PONDUS is a thermal hydrolysis process. It's different to some other processes on the market. It uses temperature, heat, and alkalinity to break cells down. So that's the main difference. It's a lower, medium heat and a caustic soda to break the cells down. That's the biggest difference to most other processes which use high pressure steam.
Talk to me about the safety for PONDUS as compared to other traditional thermal hydrolysis processes.
So one of the biggest aspects is clearly the aspect of safety, like you mentioned. So since we use hot water, could be hot water from a hot water system, which any wastewater treatment plant has, it's the temperature is between 150 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature comes, for example, from waste heat, from combined heat power generators, from a boiler. We can use this heat, we run it through a heat exchanger, and we use a little bit of caustic soda. And the combination of hot water and caustic soda achieves the cell lysing. So that also means that there's no pressure in the system. The system is not pressurized. It operates on atmospheric pressure. The work can be done by any operator who knows how to work with a pump. There's no safety precautions in terms of operations or maintenance. And that makes it a very simple system that any operator, anybody who has worked on a boiler or with hot water can maintain the system, operate it, and also service the system.
And I understand that there are a few installations in Europe. Can you talk to me maybe about why this process is maybe slow moving in the US market?
Yeah, in Europe we have about now, we're going to have 9 installations next year. So it was slow going first. We started in 2004, and the initial driver there was digester capacity for a rather smaller plant in Germany. And the last 2-3 years, the main drivers for the technology was really reduction in biosolids. Just like what we see on the phosphorus side is when you hydrolyze the sludge, you get better digestion performance in an anaerobic digester, which means you lose more organics in the digester. And that typically leads to better dewaterability of your cake, if a high ash content, less organics. And so you end up in your plant with fewer biosolids, which reduces your disposal costs. There was a big driver, is still the main driver in Germany, and is a similar driver in the United States. The bigger difference probably from Germany and the United States is that in Germany, a plant of a size of 5 million gallons per day, or smaller, even 2 million gallons per day, will have an anaerobic digester. Why? Because energy is much more expensive in Germany, electricity. Germany has among the highest electricity prices in the world. So a lot of the treatment plants convert their biogas to electricity, to combine heat and power units. Then they use the hot water to hydrolyze. So I think the advent of PONDUS is really governed by more anaerobic digester being in operation in Germany, and the higher electricity prices. So here we see really drivers, definitely disposal costs, but you also see some digester retention, digester capacity issues. If you implement the PONDUS hydrolysis, you can feed more solids to your digester or reduce the detention time in the digesters, meaning your plant creates more capacity to operate with the existing invest they have, process more waste through the system.
So it sounds like something that a lot of plants would be interested in implementing here in the US then to save costs on energy, if that's a concern for them.
Yes, exactly. I think if energy price will go up, we will see more. But we also believe that, the driver you need to have is either a limited digester capacity or disposal costs. So definitely where disposal costs are high or going higher. I think that's really what we consider low-hanging fruit, right? Any utility which faces high disposal costs, poor dewaterability, and really digester capacity, this would be a perfect fit regardless of size. Obviously, the larger the plant, the more the savings are. But the system is fairly economical, so it makes sense to even the smaller size. We say if there's an anaerobic digester, the PONDUS technology would make sense to most people.
So thank you so much, Gerhard. For a feasibility test, or if people are interested in learning more about PONDUS, where can they go?
The best place would be our website. There's a lot of information on our website. There's also contact information on where they can go, who they should speak to. You mentioned feasibility test. That's really a great tool which we have within our process group. So if somebody would consider whether PONDUS would be right for them, we would take a sludge sample and we could do all kinds of different tests here within house to show them, as the name suggests, what is the feasibility of installing PONDUS. The customer gets a report, and that's really telling that person a lot of, does it even make sense to put it in? So we would welcome that, this inquiry, and would take care of that.
Great. Well, thank you again so much for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
For Water World Magazine, I'm Alana Maya.